Hello everyone, welcome to Code Translator tutorial. In this tutorial, I will walk you through Code Translator and show you how it can simplify your everyday translation work. Whether you translate text or tables, in images, scanned PDFs, or any other format, Code Translator can help you do it faster and more smoothly. Let's jump right in. First, before we get to use Code Translator, now I just want to make sure that the notification for Code Translator has been turned on. So now we just go down to notification and we check Code Translator. And we make sure allow notifications is turned on. And secondly, before we use Code Translator, we need to set up the language pair. So we just go up to Code Translator and then we set up the source language and the target language. Today in our demonstration, we are going to translate some Japanese into English. So I'm just going to set the source language to Japanese and the target language is already English. So that's fine. Now let's go to the document we're going to translate. And there are some text and tables. And now I'm just going to show you how to translate these contents. So first, let's translate this text. It is very simple. We just go up to Code Translator, click Screenshot, and then we give this one a screenshot. As this is the first time we use Code Translator, so we need to give Code Translator the privilege to take a screenshot. So we just choose Allow, and then we just try to do that again. You can see. After we take this screenshot, we get a message here, and now we just want to paste. In order to see it more clearly, I use split screen, so we can put the original above, put the translation here, and then we can just paste. So this is the translation of this Japanese text. Okay, now I'm just going to show you how to translate tables. So again, this table is in the image, and we want to translate this one. We just take a screenshot of this table. And once we see content is ready, we just go up to review. In this case, we need to go to the desktop and we can see the layout of this table has been detected. These red lines represent the structure detected by Code Translator. And they're all movable, as you can see. We can move them if we need to, and we can also remove them or add. We can add horizontal one or vertical lines. Now we try to fix this layout. First, we can see this column is not recognized, so we just add one column here. And also we need to move this a little bit. We don't have to make these lines strictly on top of the original black lines in the original picture. We just need to make sure that the content is within the cells, then it's enough. So now let's continue to do that, and we need here, and we can move this one a little bit. Okay. Another thing we need to remember is when we're trying to identify every rows and the columns, we don't have to worry about merged cells. So in this case, the first row is a huge merged cell. We just ignore it. We would still identify every row and column according to the whole table. But after this, we can merge the cells that need to be merged. So we just go back to here and we merge everything together. So now, after we get all the table, now we can just get the translation straight away by clicking on Generate Table. And now we can see this table is generated in Excel. If we want, we can just copy it back to our document. We can examine the translation by looking at the original and the Generate Table. But we can also do this in our app, which is much easier actually. So now we get back to this step. Just now we click on Generate Table, and now I'm just going to show you how to review the content of the cell within our app. So we just click on Review Translation, And we can see this whole table is break down into individual cells. So now we just hit next, and we can examine the translation of all cells. This one is blank, so there's nothing here. We just go down one by one and check the translation as well. We can also make it larger if you want. We can also make it smaller. And you see in this step, we have more than one cell showing up here because they all have the same content. And in this case, we need to check two things. First is whether they are the same. If they are not the same, we can delete the one that is different. We just right click, delete, and then that cell will be gone. And that deleted cell will be reviewed individually later in the steps. And the second thing we need to check is the translation. So we just go through the table just like that. And in this step, we also check whether they're the same and if the translation is correct. So we can do like that to go through the whole table. And once we finish, we just generate table again. And this table has been checked. So that's everything you need to know at this stage to get started with CodeTranslator. If you have any questions or need support, please feel free to contact us. We are always here to help.